I bet 99% of people.
All right, welcome back. Welcome. I hope everybody's having a great. Hey, everybody. Hello. How are you? Is the red area the best chance for a lot of snow? Yes, it is. Give it a second. All right, how is everybody? Can you guys hear me? No, you're good. Yes. Nice to see you guys. We'll be starting in 1 second. We are just quickly getting everything set up here. I am getting some things currently set up. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. It is kind of hard to. Yeah, I know. It's been a very hard forecast. All right, very hard forecast. I'm gonna try and get some of the details here. It's hard to hear. What about this? How is it now? All right. I'm gonna adjust the mic here. Just give me 1 second. Hello. All right. So, give me 1 second, you guys. We're gonna start it out here about the weather. Um, I really do want to talk a little bit. So, you guys, we got some winter weather advisories, ice storm warnings, and winter storm warnings all up in here. So, in the winter storm warnings, I think it's going to be the best area of the snow forecast. I think if you guys are across New York, I even think this is where the National Hurricane Center thinks is the best chance for 6+. Okay, they say they're saying that your best area of snow is, let me just quickly do that. Hello? So can NASA, I think Long Island can see a lot of snow. I think this is for the 6+ is gonna be. I think if you guys are in the pink is right here. This is where they're thinking 6+. That includes New York. That includes Yonkers, Stamford. That includes Connecticut. That includes Stroudsburg. That includes Mount Poconos. I think is the best chance for 6+. Even into New Jersey, I think is the best area for 6+ inches of snow. I I will say, going back into New Haven, Bridgeport, Connecticut, and parts areas just south of Albany, I think this whole pink area is going to be the best chance for 6+. I'm not saying, down in New Brunswick and Middletown and Long Beach won't see enough. I'm not saying these areas won't see any snow. I think honestly, these areas are the best for 3+. I think if you guys are in these areas, I think 3+ inches are possible. I would say if I had to make a snowfall forecast, it will be something like this. I think your best chance for 3+ inches, like 4, 5, and 6, will be like a 3 to 6 will be right in this area across northern areas of Allentown and New Brunswick. I think those are the best chance. Like I said, in the pink, this includes Long Island. I know I just had a question about Long Island. I think all of Long Island is a general area for, I would say they have 4 to 8. I think 6+ inches are very possible there. I think if you're just south of the Allentown area, so if we go into Morristown and Hopewell and these areas in Hazleton and these areas like this, I think the best chance for 1 to 2 inches. One to I would say 1 to 3 actually. I'll go 1 to 3 inches here, and then probably just south of this, like in the Pottsville will be right on the line, and then down here will be generally 1 inch. I think is going to be the best. I think 1 inch down here will be the most likely, an inch to maybe 2 inches. 2 inches. And then down here is more of an ice event. I think this is all just ice back in Harrisburg. I think back in the State College, Lock Haven. And then we also got a bigger portion here down into Philly, Maryland. These are for all ice down here. Where the worst of the ice is expected to be is generally, so how much do you think Northeast New Jersey? Some are saying less than 6, but I'm thinking like 8. The mile is terrible right now. So much disagreement for Jack Zone. So, with that being said, with your question here in New Jersey, I think New Jersey, Northeast New Jersey, in my personal opinion, could see, I would say right now, a solid 3 to 6 on the low end. But I would honestly say New Jersey has a very likely chance of getting that 4 to 8. I think New Jersey, Northeast New Jersey, could see about 8 inches of snow. I think on the high end, even up to 10 inches of snow. This is a very complex system, and I'm going to be explaining it within the models here. So just give me just one moment. All right, I hope everybody's having a great night. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. It will be very grateful, very helpful for everybody to go like and subscribe. Let's get our goal to 10 likes. Let's do it, everybody. Let's go get a goal for 10 likes. It'll be very great if we could do that. We're doing pretty good right now, I would say. So, any more questions before? I mean, yes, there is a lot. I very agree with you, man. There's a lot of disagreement. I would say, like I just said with my forecast, I think northern New Jersey, 3 to 6 on the low end, 4 to 8 middle ground, and then the higher end, I think 8 to 10 is very possible in this scenario. We're going to be talking about a good few hours of thumping snow, and the ratios are looking pretty damn good too. So keep that in mind. Back in here is more of an ice storm. If you guys are in the pinks here, this is going to be a very major ice storm. We're talking about up to a half an inch of ice. I would say in this whole area, you're looking at a quarter to a half an inch of ice. I say actually 3/4. I would say 3/4. I mean, 3/10 of an inch to about a half an inch is possible. I could see some local areas getting above a half inches back in here. And then back in here is more of just a glaze to about about a tenth to maybe 2/10 of an inch. I think that's how it is back up in the Pittsburgh area. Maryland, I think general 0, 10 at most. I would say that is all agreeable on the south of this line here. All right. we're gonna get into a little bit of the setup here. So this is our system. We got our atmosphere river event going on out in the west. We kind of talked about this in the last update. We got our little bit of a good low pressure here going on. All right. So let me get back in here. We're gonna go right through here. Just give me 1 second, everybody. I hope everybody's doing great this. I mean, is it possible for Western Long Island to see at least 10 inches of snow or more? I think somewhere, I wouldn't completely disagree with that. I think in Long Island you could see about 10 or so inches. I agree. I think we could see about 10 inches there. Possible. Depending on all the model data, okay? But this is that storm system gonna continue to move like this, and the ridging gonna continue. But this is our next low pressure. So this is our pattern that comes deep and down in here and then out like this. So this is that cold. The whole New York City and Long Island may get up to a foot. I wouldn't say the entire area of Long Island, but I think they could definitely get quite a bit of snow. So how is the stream, everybody, so far? How is the lovely stream going? I hope everybody's loving it. So this is the latest GFS that's coming out. I'm gonna like to take a look at the latest GFS here. We're gonna take a look at this. All right, we're gonna go to here and we're gonna kind of just take it frame by frame. So this is into tomorrow. We start seeing that snow developing. Okay, okay. So it likes that thumping of snow in the beginning. It really does. It likes it to start out of snow in Philly across here. I think that's a general thing. Probably some light to moderate snow accumulations. Audio glitching a little for me. It's because I'm moving in and out of my mic. I'm trying to keep it very close by here. I'm very sorry about that. I just moved my mic, so hopefully that can help. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello? 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 Okay, I fixed it. Sorry about that. What about now? How's this? How about now? All right. This is the latest GFS. It does like that thump of snow. It does have that wintry mix. Hey, NATO, nice to see you. So, this is the latest GFS. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yes, I could hear you. Been good the whole stream. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are really liking this stream. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends and family. It would mean a lot. So, latest GFS likes a good thumping of snow across New York, New Jersey, It likes it into the Allentown area, Mount Pocono, right in here. A good snowfall right here at the latest GFS. And then it has it, let's keep it going, the frames. It has that wintry mix. And then that wintry mix does make it into these regions. Just south of Mount Pocono in the western parts of New Jersey. That's probably some sleet, wintry mix, snow, and freezing rain on the latest GFS. And then it likes to, let's keep it going here. It likes to kind of put into a little bit of a freezing rain, drizzle, and then ends off with some snow. So if we look at the last run compared to this, it had it actually a lot more north, but it still had it like this. So it's a little bit more south, I would say. It had the snowfall here, 0Z. No, the 0Z is actually a little bit back to the north here. So the GFS has the 6 plus like here. Still very close. Let me look at it on here. I just want to. Yeah, it's a little bit more. Actually, a little bit more freezing rain. Also, it's a little bit more of a thumping of snow into a freezing rain. That's interesting. Of data we need to keep a look at because we don't want this to turn into an ice event further north. Because look at that. You're talking about a solid area down here now into the Allentown region, right in here, solid 10 to 2/10. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue if you guys are in this northern area too, because I think we're going to get some good snow. Actually, I must have clicked on the wrong one because GFS, it has a solid, I would say 3 to 5, like in my forecast. I like to see. I like to see how it goes. All right. Fun fact, I learned today that this is the first time since January since 2022 that New York. Yeah, it's been a while. I heard about that too. That's been a really long time. This is the her model. I want to show you guys the her model here. It's a lot colder. It likes more snow. We got big amount of snow. Yeah. Look at that. Beginning of a thumping of snow. We know that for sure. I think this is going to be across Lehigh Valley, Philly. I think eastern portions of Pennsylvania, upstate New York. I think these areas up here stays all snow. New York. What's interesting is in this part where I'm about to just circle right in here is where I think is going to be the battle zone. I think it could be very interesting. The her model has a few hours of snow. Then it has maybe 1 or 2 hours of some wintry mix. But then it goes back to a thumping of snow. And then scatter in there of wintry mix and heavy snow. And then it has it ending off with some good, probably a few hours of freezing drizzle here with the latest her to touch it all up. Some freezing rain. So that would be not so good on the power lines and to shovel it all up. The total snowfall, believe it or not, is slam dunk. And this is the courage. It says a solid 6+ inches across Allentown, even Philly getting up to about 3 to 4 inches. I think the her is a little bit too far south. But the jackpot, the model has up to maybe 18 inches in a spot. So this could definitely overperform somewhere, I do believe. And then that freezing rain also is a little bit more north. You're talking about now the Lehigh Valley here getting let me fix this. You know, up to about 10th of an inch of ice. So that would definitely touch up with some of the sleet. It is interesting. I think the Her has the best handle on it, but we'll have to see. The Courage, does bring Long Island into a solid 6, New York into a solid 10 inches potentially. Western New Jersey, potentially up to 8+ inches. I think that's possible. The model's been very interesting. I think I want to wait until tomorrow to make the final forecast, and I think I'll do that somewhere in the afternoon before the storm begins. But look at the latest wrap model. When we take a look at the wrap model actually is just out on the 3Z, and it has a solid good amount of snow here too. Starting out with snow, it has that thump of snow, and then that wintry mix does make it in pretty good, but then a thump of snow again, and then back into some wintry mix, and then ends off with some freezing rain. So what I'm seeing on the models, I think if you guys are across, let me kind of picture this out. This is what I'm seeing on the models. Okay. I think your battle zone is going to be right in here. I think it's going to be right in here. I think, actually, let me fix this up. I think it's going to be right in here. Honestly, I think from Mount Pocono, Lehigh Valley, Blue Mountain, just north of Philly, I think this area, I think we could see 1 or 2 hours. I think in the beginning, we're going to see a solid 3 to 5 hours of thumping snow. But I think the rest of the storm is going to be 1 hour, could be some heavy wintry precip, where it's some freezing rain for an hour, or some heavy sleet, and then back to heavy snow, and then back to sleet, freezing rain, and then could end with some freezing drizzle. So it's gonna be lower totals, but it's gonna be a lot more slippery and a lot more impactful on the trees. The Courage does bring a good amount here too, also into Lehigh Valley and Allentown, a solid 3 to 5 inches, 3 to 6 in some spots. It has that 6+ just a little farther north, at 6 to 10. I think that's all right. Let's look at the latest Canadian. Nope. Yeah. Canadian's actually a little bit more snow on from the 12Z to the 0Z. It sees more snow. It breaks down the totals a little bit more, so that's interesting. Another model here is the FV3. This is going to be the one that replaces the NAM model. It's going to be very interesting. It wants to be the colder solution and says it stays more of a snow event. I don't think it's going to stay an all-out snow event, in my personal opinion. If you guys are just tuning in, please like and subscribe. It will mean a lot. We are 1 subscriber. Oh, we did it. So thank you. Um, very greatly appreciate that. Let me just quickly look at something. I want to quickly take a look at something off the cam. look at some dynamics with you guys, okay? Sorry about that. I want to look at some dynamics. So, we're gonna, okay. We're gonna look at through here. I want to look at some dew point temps. Or, so, yeah, let's look at dew point temps. Look at the dew points. We're talking about not even the greens. So this is going to be mostly of a fluffy 10-1 ratio storm. Okay. So accumulations are going to be pretty good here where it snows. Some good accumulations. Probably 10-1, 11-1 ratios. Closer to that mixing line, probably a little bit less, 8-1 ratios. So some pretty good sized flakes also. I think it's going to be a big one. This is that frontal genesis. Man, this is going to be two very interesting couple of months of winter. Yeah, I know. Look at this. Frontal genesis here through the afternoon tomorrow. Look at some of these bands. We're going to be talking about some very heavy bands in these darker colors where some of this heavier precip is going to really hit. This is a pretty ramped up atmosphere, believe it or not. Look at that, the 200 millibar wind. You're going to be having a good jet max right over it. This is another model here out of the mesoscale. He really likes that thump of snow. I don't see that. But it does say more of a snow event out of it. Our gem. This is another model. We're just taking a look at some models. Thumping of snow, back to a wintry mix, and then back to some snow. But you also see as this storm also moves away, this goes south too. So I think regardless, we're going to change back to snow, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just my good old opinion, you guys. I want to look at the European APHIS. I just want to look at it. I don't know. All right. So, interesting. European AI models say, I mean, I can't disagree. I think this is going to be more up here, but I can agree with this. Up to maybe 3-4 inches across the Lehigh Valley. That's why I'm going with like a 2 to 4 across here. I think the best chances for 3+, 3 to 6, honestly, will be up in there. I'm just taking a look at some of the model data. Any questions or concerns right now? just taking a look at some of the data here. It's gonna be some interesting. I'm not taking a look at the name, everybody. It's been doing a pretty bad job at this all. Okay. So 18Z had it. 0Z has it more bullish with the ensembles. More of an aggressive event. This is my look of things. I think this is gonna be the general look at things. Red, I think, is the best for 6+ inches of snow. I think that's north of. I think that's just about Mount Pocono north. I think that's central New Jersey on north is for best for 6. I think New York City, Long Island. I think southern Connecticut. I think northern Pennsylvania into southern upstate New York. I think those are the best chances in the red for best 6 of chances. I think in the blue is the best chance for 3 to plus. I think 3 to maybe even 3 to 6. I would say probably up here will be more of a 3 to 5. I would say 3 to 5 inch event up there. I would say right in here 3 to 6. I think in the Lehigh Valley will be 3 to 6. I think we could get a few extra bands. I think we could get a solid 6 inch. 3-4 inches just south of Allentown. I think this is gonna be a monster ice event. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be a pretty ice event across to the south. Also, models picking up on that too. How is everybody doing? I want to be interested in tomorrow's data. I really wonder. Because this is going to be such an interesting event. For sure. Whoo, look at that. That's actually pretty good right here. Not gonna lie, for if you guys want snow, that's pretty good. You got diffluence going outwards. Look at that. It's not all tightly compressed here. It's pretty. It's actually pretty damn good here if you guys want snow. This means the atmosphere is breathing. It means a lot of precipitation. Also, there's something else that just came into my mind is the winds, where the direction's going to be coming off from. Okay. So give me 1 second here. This is tomorrow winds, you guys, as this storm is happening. So the beginning is about 21 hours out, right? I would like for you guys to look at the wind guts. Look at that. In some of these areas, this is going to be an onshore breeze. So this is going to be coming from the waters of the Atlantic, believe it or not. That's another reason why we're going to have some overwarming air, even though it's cold air mass. We're going to have this is gonna actually help. This is gonna help that Difluence band. We're gonna get some very heavy bands, I think, is gonna set up. And somewhere in these bands are gonna get the heaviest. Okay. And closer to the coast, probably less, maybe like 10 to 15 mile an hour wind gusts. Probably closer to low. You're talking about maybe in some of these ice areas, up to 10, 20, 30 even mile-an-hour wind gusts. So please take that in consideration here. And that continues to move through. Not strong, too strong as you go to the east, but even though we're having some ice, we're gonna be talking about up to 10 to 20, even 25 mile-an-hour wind gust. That's gonna be coming from the east. Even if no matter what, and your temperatures in this event stays all below. It does not want to even budge near Allentown. I mean, we're staying in the 20s. So whatever freezing rate happens, it's going to stick pretty damn low across the surfaces. That's another concern we have. Look at that. Actually, we can take a look at the 10-1 ratio. Okay. I wonder the 10-1 ratios. Because I was looking at courage. So GFS says a solid 3 to 5 inches across the Allentown area. Because remember, some of this is going to be 10-1 ratios. This is the latest Euro 18Z. It says everybody sees a dose of snow. It says a solid 3 to 5, 3 to 6. That's interesting. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. Let's get up to 10 likes, you guys. That'd be very greatly appreciated. Wow. All right, you guys. I think that's going to wrap it up. I think we're going to go live tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I am feeling a little bit better. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. I hope everybody enjoyed. So if you guys are in the red, one last chance. If you guys are just tuning into the channel, I'm going to be ending the stream, but we will be having an update tomorrow on same type of situation. I will be adjusting, if needed, the map I have here just a little bit. So touches if I have to, but I will be going live tomorrow and watching radar, probably closer to the afternoon. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe, and share this with your friends and family. So last rundown of everything. If you guys are just tuning in, we're gonna give a rundown. So once again, in the red, I think it's gonna be the best chance for 6+ inches. I think where the flakes I just put is your jackpot snow. I think that's for New York City, Long Island, most Connecticut, I think northern and central New Jersey, even northeastern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania, I think into upstate New York. All right, I think that's your best chance for 6 inches. In the blue, I think 3+ inches. I think a solid 3 to about 5 inches, 3 to 6, is potentially possible across these regions here. And then in the darker purple, that's right in here. I think at least best for 1 inch of snow or more and more of ice. I think a solid inch, maybe 2 or 3 could fall. And then I would say probably that's about it. And then just out that is a major ice storm. I think a lot of freezing rain and sleet and major travel delays. So that's and then, that blue extends into Massachusetts, northern parts of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and just south of Boston, into Albany, New York. So keep that in mind. That's a very interesting low pressure. I think that's going to be a very interesting pattern and a path here. All right. Latest update on winter storm watches and winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings. Nothing has changed. If you guys are been tuning in to the stream from earlier, we have ice storm warnings back in here, probably about a quarter to a half an inch of ice. In the winter storm warnings, they're believing is the best area for 6 inches. Right outside of it, on the southern side, I think you could get 3+ inches. I think 3 to 6 is very likely possible, and then just north of that 6+. We'll have to wait and see. I think down here is probably more of an ice event, like I said. Back in here is more of an ice event. That's what the National Weather Service agrees also. So, for that being said, we kind of looked at all the data. I think we're going to have a little bit better of an understanding tomorrow as we get some live radar data. So if you guys